Vibrant community resource just for you. Dive into our extensive video library for step-by-step tutorials. Explore our blogs and articles for hidden tips, tricks and project inspiration. Find your next challenge with curated guides for every skill level. The Hobbymaker Hub is your launch pad for creativity. Your journey starts here.
Christmas video, scene one, take one.
The executives of the Gemporia partnership are putting their heads together to create the perfect Christmas video.
So I've got an idea. Let's host Christmas here.
Here? As in at the studios?
How are we going to manage all that?
With some Christmas magic, of course.
This year, Christmas is happening at ours, and you're invited. From all of us to all of you. From behind the scenes to your screens. The Christmas elves have been working hard behind the scenes to bring festive joy.
Okay, so this is starting to look good. But what about fairy lights? Snow machine, some nibbles on the table. And we need messages from the presenters.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Well, this certainly looks like Christmas. And we get to share it with them.
Wait, look, it's snowing.
Happy Christmas from your Gemporia partnership family. Join us here this year for Christmas.
Looking for inspiration or a step-by-step guide for your next crafting project? Then look no further than our Hobbymaker tutorials page on YouTube. We have an array of videos just waiting for you from some of your favourite crafting guests.
And welcome back to the Hobbymaker tutorial YouTube channel. Thank you.
So look out for the Hobbymaker tutorials page on YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Hobbymaker. And this particular moment right now, I had hoped would happen about 2 years ago. But it's happening today. It is, of course, Stamps by Me, and we welcome Toni Darroch to Hobbymaker. Hello.
Thank you. How are you?
It's great to see you.
Oh,
great to see you here this side of the camera.
I know, I'm delighted. Thanks, everyone. So exciting.
Now, listen, I know there are thousands of you who know exactly who Toni Darroch is. I know that there are hundreds of you maybe who want to send in your well wishes. You can, of course, message us via email. I'll give you those details in a couple of seconds, or you can do it via the website. But we have, on average, about 300 brand new people shopping with us every single week, okay? Even as we approach the end of our third year. So for people who don't know who Toni Darroch is and don't know who Stamps by Me are, who are you?
I would say that we are an amazing conceptual brand. So we bring you great concepts. So things that are problematic or things that you can't achieve as an everyday card maker, we simplify it, build it into stamps and stencils and make you look amazing as card makers. So whether that be if sort of your genre is more papercraft, we simplify it like the items in the show today. But if you are more technical based and love ink and stamps and things like that, we do our incredible lamination stamps, which we've done for 10 years, which make you look like an artist, and reflection collection, which was so hard to do, but it's easy now with Stamps by Me.
Now, we've not only got great value for money for in the show, you'd expect that. And in fact, you go to the website, you can see what's coming up. But I know something you're very, very passionate about is education. You do it with your own content as well. You'll see with some of the packaging, there's QR codes on there where you can see demonstrations. I know the educational part is as important as the entertainment part.
It is absolutely. The QR codes we've been doing for at least 8 years. They're so hard to keep up with, but I do it with best intention because I know that when you buy the product, you want to be instantly inspired. So I don't want them to go into the bottom drawer. I want you to scan that QR code or even just watch the shows back and get creative straight away. I want you to use the things that you spend your money on.
Lovely. All right, so listen, and now because it's Toni's first, we're here with you for 2 hours. We thought we'd start off with something that really demonstrates what Hobbymaker is all about and indeed what Stamps by Me is all about. So we're going to start with an offering that is fantastic value for money, as you might expect. But we don't have huge amounts of this. Oh, I've managed to drop some.
It's okay.
I'll just go down to the warehouse, thank you. All right, so this is a full collection that we have here. This is the Stamps by Me. We call this a basket build, and we called it that because if you've never ever shopped with us before, here at Hobbymaker, we're the home of the all-day post and packaging charge. So that means if you order anything throughout the day, one item, you'll pay £4.95. But if you order anything else throughout the day, there's no extra charge for your postage and packaging.
Love it.
So, if you've already ordered something to that, and I know hundreds of you just have with Hunky Dory, in essence, if you add this into your basket, you're getting it postage and packaging free. But before we reveal the price, another thing I should say, that price you can see right now, that is not the final price that you'll pay. We don't charge anyone until midnight tonight, which is why you can keep adding right the way throughout the day. So if you check out now, you think, I'm paying £39.99. No, everyone pays the final price. So, Toni, give us a quick overview of this. I don't think it's going to be around for long.
I were having kittens then, you know. I thought, that's not the price. Oh, I hadn't changed the price. I've made a mistake.
So we all learn together, Toni. All learn
together. Well, that's
together.
wonderful. So basically, Sweet Serenity is one of our latest paper collections where we've been really diverse in the skin tone of our ladies in. Generally, you will always find skin tones of a light ethnicity.
Yes.
But I really wanted to, now that I'm doing the States and things like that, I really wanted the ethnicity to be for everyone. So we have some Afro-Caribbean ladies in here, we have Mexican, and we have white ladies. But most of all, the cool thing about this is you're very celebratory with your Victoria sponge cakes and the teas, the evening teas, but it's still true to Stamps by Me. It has the watercolour theme in there, lots of fussy cutting elements and lots of decorative pages. So you actually get the 12 by 12.
You do.
You get an 8 by 8, 7 by 7, my apologies, and you also get different designs in here too. Some are of a smaller design and some are different designs too. So you'll get the 7 by 7, which is awesome because if you are a 5 by 7 card maker, you have less waste. So you have the 7 by 7 there. And then we also have the journaling tags and toppers, which we all love to add bolts on to our cards on the interior, the exterior, whether you're creating seed packets, pockets or things like that. And they create a most amazing bookmarks as well. So the collection is complete. All you really need to do is grab your scissors and your glue and you have a lovely, lovely collection to create with. And if you are that clean and simple card maker who loves the light and pastel tones, this one has you totally covered. So I just have a few samples. Let's just show you some of the samples that you can make. I mean, of course, you can make albums, little books if you want to. Be creative this way, write little notes, seed packets, giftables, tea bags, whatever you want to do. Or you can just use the papers in a general giftable. Look at this one with the pen on the side as well. But all the same, if you are just a card maker and love to be a card maker only, these are the types of cards that you can create. So all you need to do is build them up.
So what we're going to do, we're going to bring a 30-second clock in, and in 30 seconds, we're going to drop that price. Now, what is that 30 seconds in place? It's there for you to ensure that you've got your space and you're placing your order either online or on the telephone number, which you can see bottom left of your screen. It's a free phone number, 0800 001 4433. Margaret's already reserved hers. Jean's already reserved hers. Tracy's already reserved hers. Maureen's got hold of hers. A number of you have already gone for more than 2 of these. I'm anticipating that once we drop the price, the latecomers will come, and that's when it will sell out. I think we can call the clock, and explaining it all, fair warning. We're going to drop down to £19.99 for the 3 new collections, or new collections, as Tony said, Sweet Serenity. Now, you can watch Hobbymaker almost any day of the week and you would see a 12 by 12 pad for £19.99. But to get the 3 sizes and with the story behind it as well, making it truly appealing, whether you're making and selling your cards or celebrating the diversity of our world, this is well worth going for. But, we don't have deep stock. So looking at who's placed their orders, looking who's already committed to the basket, I think there's every chance that we could have our first sellout. Not bad, first show, first item, first sellout. It's WJ0T08. WJ0T08. Now, just another thing to explain about how you can browse everything that's coming up on our website. So if we can show our website, if you're watching online or if you're not, this is our website. And if you scroll down from there, sorry, I can see and you can't. You'll see as you go towards the bottom, everything that we've shown so far will appear in that part of the website. There's also a coming up section of that website as well. Look, could you show where that tab is? There's a tab. We go up towards the top side. Oh, I had to bring me in vision to show you that. There we go. Okay. So there you can see, so there's special deals. So if you see, just say you've got today's show deals and coming up on today's show, click on that. That's everything that's coming up from Tony in the next 2 hours. And of course, you can place your orders on there. And when the prices drop, that's the lowest price that you will pay. That is how you shop ahead with us here on the Hobbymaker website. So there's everything in there for this hour and also for the next hour as well. So we want to get ahead of the game, which looking at the reaction to the basket builder, that is the right thing to do. People are going to miss out on that again at £19.99. That's WJ0T08. All right, so listen, we'll keep you updated on that. At this point, I think we should start to have a look at some brand new items.
Yes, because people are desperate. They've been messaging me before I came to LI. Is it going to go live?
I'm sure. Well, listen, it's going to go live right about now. So let's start and take a look. Now, we've got 2 collections here, and they are collections that work in conjunction with each other. And courtesy of Toni to celebrate her debut here in Hobbymaker, Toni's also adding an extra special gift as well. In fact, let's talk about that right now. If you decide to go for either of the collections that are coming up, these are the Creative Floral Die and Paper Bundles. 2 options. I'll show you those in a second. Everyone who does, now it is 1 per order, so if you go for both, you only get 1, you receive 1 of these. Now, this is also available for you to buy on the website, but what exactly is this, Toni?
So the reason that I'm giving this one as a free gift today is I always love to give the gift of giving. I always try and give back where possible, and this is not just a gift just because, it actually works with the brand new collection. So if you use the dies on watercolour cardstock, true 100% watercolour cardstock, cotton content, you are going to get some amazing watercoloured flowers. So lovely. The dies can be cut through this cardstock and painted pencil coloured or alcohol marker coloured if you want to on this paper. And it's a great introductory to try our watercolour cardstock as well, because I know that once you've tried it once and you see the results, you will come back for more. So it's just a little bit of a gift to say thank you, but you can use it with your dies with the new collection.
Lovely. All right. Now, we do have that available for you to buy if you want extras. Remember, there's no extra postage and packaging to pay. We'll show you those as we go. So let's come over and let's drink in these brand new collections. So I mentioned before there are 2 different options. Let's start off first of all with the chrysanthemum option, and we'll show the other option in just a couple of seconds. So what was the theory behind this?
So this is a brand new concept for Stamps by Me. We've never done anything like this before. However, it is currently already on the market, but I feel like I've improved it in a Stamps by Me way. So you have your die set, which come on plates. So they're not all individuals and dashing around your plates and falling on the floor. They're on plates. And then you have your pre-printed shaded flowers. Now, the cardstock on the shaded flowers is thicker than traditional because I want you to be able to score them, fold them in half and do sideways flowers as well, not just your flat 3D flowers as well. Okay, so you have all of the shaded imagery on the front, but if you turn the cardstock over, it's double-sided, so we don't have the ugliness of the white underneath.
Right, okay.
So they are shaded front and back. They look gorgeous from the left, the centre, the upper and the lower, and you can build them with ease these because they're all built in size organisation for you with those plates that you just run through the machine on top of the cardstock. Literally, it takes about 40 seconds to put the die on the coordinating paper, run it through, and you have the most 3D shaded flowers that if you are a crafter, get frustrated when you see all of the amazing crafters doing fantastic shading and fantastic colouring, but you can't quite do it. Well, here's your cheat to get that result.
Listen, I've been a huge fan of your work for many, many years, and I say that off air, not just on air, but these cards are fantastic.
They're absolutely beautiful, and the design team flew through them, and they work. You'll know, probably most of you will know if you do follow Stamps by Me, you know that we don't create for the sake. Everything I bring to you works alongside something else. We are that creative company that wants you to use everything, anything and everything. So these flowers will work with the Carter, they will work with other of our dies, they will work on top of our embossing folders, our lattice dies, our coordinating papers and things like that. Everything has a theme, really dynamic, but makes you look amazing as a card maker.
Well, I'll tell you what is looking amazing. Our leaderboard at the moment with so many of you placing your orders right now. Now, listen, that price at £39.99 isn't your final price. Let's take it down. We're going to take an extra £2 off. Let's go down to £37.99 for that particular option. Now, that's a chrysanthemum. So many messages coming through. We'll have a look at those in just a couple of seconds. Could we bring in the details for the other option? I think we should have a look at that as well, because remember, regardless if you go for both or you go for a singular, you're going to get that free gift you can see just detailed there at the bottom of your screen. So we're going to match the deal price on this. Will be the same price at £37.99. This is the Southern Magnolia. So is the concept still the same?
It's exactly the same. This is your 3-petal floral. They work seamlessly together, so you can team them up on the same card, guys. They both have different floral leaves designs as well, so you can interchange them as well. But if you were to look at these flowers, you'll probably think, oh, somebody's coloured those. Actually, no, they haven't been coloured. They've been put on a plate with the cover plate and run through a machine, and you have the shading. And because you have the option of the shading on the back as well, you have options with your colour formation. So you're not put in a box with one particular colour. You can absolutely just change up the colour, twist technology with the florals, create your own florals, build them up and make ones that are more fuller, maybe pop them in a box for those extra special people. But equally, you can do home decor as well, as you can see there. Stick them in your frames and things like that. But when you look at these, you think that's taken ages. That has taken a long. Absolutely, it has not. And I'm going to show you when we've got through the product how easy it is to cut these through and be left with a ton of product that all you need to do is glue together.
That's amazing. Absolutely superb. Well, listen, there's go. You can see the price on your screen. So that is your Southern Magnolia option. The concept is still the same. And don't forget, if you do add that or the chrysanthemum into your basket, then you are also going to get that extra free gift courtesy of Toni Is Your Carter watercolour cardstock. That's GY0T52. GY0T52 is the all-important item code if you do want to add that into your basket. And don't forget, if you've already ordered something from us today, you're not going to pay a penny more in terms of postage and packaging. Now, I did mention a lot of people want to say hello to Toni, making her debut with us here on Hobbymaker. No, I'm not going to show all of them, not because they're rude, but because we just happen to be here for 2 hours. This first one's come from Julie from Greater Manchester. Good afternoon, Hobbymakers. So wonderful to see Toni here on Hobbymaker. Love Stamps by Me. Always such lovely products. Thank you so much, Julie. I think we all agree with that. This one's from Shirley in Northumberland. Hi, Andy and Toni. Welcome, Toni. I'm so happy you're back on the big screen. Enjoy your double show. Can't wait to see what you bring. Oh, yes, we've only just begun, Shirley. Lots more coming your way, just scratching the surface at the moment. Now, of course, you can email us your messages. It's studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, or is it .com? It's .co.uk. There we go. I should know that, shouldn't I? Alternatively, if you have got an account, you can message us via the website. A lot of you know how to do that. You can. There's like a message if you watch on the TV screen just below. It says "Message to Studio." You can type your message in there. Sometimes the producers check it. Sometimes they don't. And then They do. I'm sure they do. And then what's late at night, Toni? You might see some things. Or you look a bit crazy like a producer typing in capitals if you really want to make a point, but you can leave that on there, send that through, and it will come through our system, and we will give you a shout out. Wonderful. All right, so should we jump into, I'll tell you what should do at the moment. Should we just talk a little bit about the magazine and then jump into a demonstration, because this is a magazine. Now, this what is this? Is this episodic? How often have you been
This
doing
is our second premium magazine that's been built in-house by me and my team. So it's not outsourced, it's come from me, my creativity, my ideas. So basically this is our 75-page creative magazine that has all of the inspirational content.
Yes.
It has step-by-steps, how-to guides, lots of creativity in here with the product. Look at me here, what's going on there? Oh, let's keep her out of the pitch. That'll keep kids off fire.
She said that to me earlier. When we started the show, so can I get a photo of her? She goes, said exactly that, or keep the kids off the fire.
Yeah, he went, that's very Yorkshire.
Very Yorkshire phrase.
Yeah, so you get all of your step-by-steps and how-to guides from our lovely design team, because they are the best. And everything that's in here is in the magazine. Now, what I've done with our magazine is I've changed it up and just made it a little bit more usable for our crafters, in the sense that you also get your A4 stamp set. So you get the creativity, which is brilliant, just at the price it is. You'll see the price in a second.
That's a big old stamp set.
You'll get the A4 stamp set, which has our reflection collection in. So that's the inbuilt reflection, so you don't have to do the stamping or the technical element of it. We have lamination, which is a 2-part stamp where you ink, spray, and then add the details. We've got some background stamps, some beautiful words and things like that. So you get your A4 stamp set. You also get, I'm sorry, I'm just destroying the set here.
You're doing very well, but I'm amazed you haven't knocked everything over yet. That's very good.
And you also get the paper. Now, the paper traditionally is inside the magazine, but you tear your pages trying to get them out. So what we've done is we've separated them. You get a full pack of the beautiful scene setting papers. And these are brilliant for your reflection collection, and I'll show you in a moment, where you stamp the reflection into the scene there and you get an instant piece of artwork. So I'll just show you these. These are double-sided, and you get all forms of sizes. So you get some that are A5, you get some pre-printed sentiments, some like little ATC cards, some lovely tone-on-tone effects there, the watercolour as always, and then your smaller and your larger designs in there as well. So you get your full set of papers as well. And then you do also get your layering stencils and your die, and I'll grab that in a second, so not only do you get the 75-page magazine, inspirational magazine, you get the full paper, the A4 stamp, and you also get, you can see on the picture there, Andy, I'll grab it in a second, your layering stencil sunflower with the layering stencils, which is 5, and then the outline die on there, which cuts it through as well. And that layering stencil and die system creates this beautiful flower, which, my goodness me, you would never be able to create on your own. I'm just trying to find one that is the actual sunflower and not one that's, here we go.
Oh, that's pretty.
So you get this, and it's not small, guys. It goes beautifully onto a 5x7 card. So if you were to break it down in price point for us at Stamps by Me, you are looking at £15 for the stamp, for the stencils and the die. You're looking at £20 for the stamp.
Yes.
And I don't even think you can put a price point on the inspiration and the papers. So value.
Now, bear that in mind, because in 1 minute, we're going to drop the price on this. So the value for money is already there, okay? If we stayed at that price at £39.99, which, if you watch Hobbymaker, we very, very rarely do, okay? So you've seen what's happened so far with everything that we've shown you. You need to get in early to reserve yours, because you don't have a huge amount of stock. If everyone who's got it in their basket now checks out, 20% of the stock we have for Tony's first show here on Hobbymaker has already gone. So my advice is get it into your baskets really, really quickly. And don't forget, if you've already ordered something today, if you've ordered something for Crafter's Companion, if you've ordered something from Hunky Dory, I know plenty of you have done that today, or you've already ordered something from this show, your postage and packaging is taken care of. It's £4.95 all day, right the way up until midnight. That's how we're able to offer it to you. That's why you can shop all the way throughout the day. You're not going to get charged every single time you decide to check out. As long as you make sure you collect your order when you check out, then you only be charged £4.95 postage and packaging. All right, so we've already worked out the value at £39.99, making that magazine in essence nothing. How about £24.99 for all the inspiration for the stencils and the die, and also those stamps as well as those beautiful watercolour images that are separate from the magazine. You can see why here we go, why so many of you, why Claire's got hold of hers, Carol's got hold of hers, Hayley's got hold of hers, Robert's got hold of his, Nicola has got hold of hers. If everyone who now has it in their basket checks out, half the stock has gone. This is how quick you're going to need to be on this show, folks. That's YS0T92. Really, really busy for that. In fact, busy for everything we've shown you so far. But I'm well aware, and people are shopping ahead as well. If you want to keep ahead of us, we've got another show after this one, another hour. New items as well, items you haven't seen before here in Hobbymaker, so we're going to do our best to get to everything. But we also want to see Toni in action in terms of demonstration, so we'll do that in the next 20 seconds. So if you do want to go for the magazine, do be quick. That's YS0T92, YS0T92. Approaching, did you say 3/4? Approaching 3/4 of the stock of the magazine has gone. That's how quick you do need to be. You're taking advantage of
the value of it, and if you were to break it down as well, say for instance you're not a stencil and die cutter, then obviously you could gift this to somebody, couldn't you?
Yes,
but the demonstration is on the back, the inspirational content is in the magazine, so you get absolutely all of it, guys. You get the stamps as well to stamp onto the creative papers, but these can be used in your own methods at home. If you have a certain way of stamping, you can use them on their own as well. So it's just incredible value, and it's a great introductory to Stamps by Me. Like Andy says, there are new customers every single day, and I am mindful of that, so this is a great starting point to get the theme of what I'm about as a designer, a creator, a card maker, and then if you love it, you can come back for more.
Yes, indeed, I'm sure you will. All right, so I'm wondering at this juncture, is it worth our first demonstration, could we make something from the Creative Floral Die?
Of course we can. I've got it out already, Andy.
There we go. It's like we've done this before. You can keep your messages coming in. You can email us or you can message us via the website. We'd love to hear from you. You can welcome Toni to us here. And don't forget, if you do go for any of the Creative Floral Dies and Papers, whether you go for the Southern Magnolia or you go for the Chrysanthemum, you can see there you will receive a free gift, one of these. It is, of course, the legendary Carter traditional watercolour paper. And you don't have to do anything. That will just be added into your order. Now, if you were going to guess which one was most popular, which would you say?
I like the Southern Magnolia.
You like the Southern Magnolia?
I like the 3.
Well, it's a chrysanthemum that's actually that's the most popular. But that's when you've got in your hand.
It is,
good,
it is.
Okay.
I was saving my best for last.
That's it. Well done. Well done. Very good.
Right, so basically how the system comes to you at home is it comes with the dies in the pack, and as you can see there, it says on here 4 dies, but you can see in the packet there's way more than 4 dies, but they're on a plate system. So we've got 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate. Okay. And when you open them up, they look like this, because how many times the dies move around on plates and cause bother, and I hate the fact that we have to go hunting. So they're all on the little mini plates for you there, and all the leaves are on the plates as well. So should you want to use them as independents with your watercolour cards, you get 3 instead of 1 run through on your machine, okay? So you'll get your die set, and there are more paper collections coming in more colours. So once you've got these, you can be safe knowing that there are more colours coming. We're going to do some blues and some teals too. So... And then you get your cardstock, which I spoke about earlier, which is thicker than the norm, which means you can do the 3D flowers on the side as well. They're not flimsy, they're not going to flop. So as you can see, it's got a slight bleed around there. And then when you turn them over, you've got the option of a different colour as well. So you can mix and match. You can turn them over when you build them if you want to. Or you could just stick with one colour theme. And there are multiple themes in the collection itself. What's cool about these is because they're on plate systems, when you run them through, you're left with like a little mini stencil. So you can do stencils on your background and things like that.
Nothing wasted. Good.
No, so let's just show you how the system quite simply works. So it is just a case of popping it on like so. Now, if you pop it on, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Say, for instance, you're moving it around and it doesn't fit. You're thinking, why doesn't it fit, Toni? Just turn it over. Okay. It's double-sided. Remember, the dies are not symmetrical, so just turn it over. By chance, it actually fit on that one there, but I was hoping it wouldn't. But if it doesn't, just turn the cardstock over. So you have one there, and as you can see, if you don't quite line it up, it's not the end of the world. You've got a bit of a bleed as well. And then you've got your other one. So you just pop this one around as well. So if you are a flower maker already and you love to do like the moulding and things, you'll have all the ball tools and things.
Yes, true.
But with me, I just always do them with my fingers because that's just the way that I like to do them. But if you do like your florals and things like that, you're going to absolutely love this one. So let me just find out which way I'm putting this here. Oh,
I think you're right. I think you're right there.
Does it have to?
That's it, isn't it?
No. No. Have you got your glasses on?
I have. I need to get my
Let's
glasses.
just, that means it might need turning around. See, I was thinking, just by chance I did that and it worked seamlessly. Here we go. So just turn it over. Because the dies, obviously, because they are double-sided, are not symmetrical. So you just need to turn the cardstock over. Here we go. And then the green should fit this time. There we go.
Nice.
You do get a bit of a panic. You think, they've been made wrong, but honestly, they're not. You just need to turn the cardstock over. So when you're happy, then you can just run them through the machine. Whatever machine, they'll go through all of your die-cutting machines. Don't panic about, have I got the right machine for your dies, Tony? I know you're new to Hobbymaker. My dies go through all of the machines, OK?
Lovely. Whilst you're doing that, Laura, who's producing the show, I'm not channeling someone. The Sweet Serenity was our basket opener. I did want to give a quick mention to that because I haven't got any left. What's happening with that? Single figures left on the Sweet Serenity basket opener, as we've called it. 3 pads, as you can see, 12 by 12, 7 by 7, and also 5 by 7 as well. That's what we started the show with. There's every chance that it's going to sell out. Yeah, could you bring the details back in, just for me mainly, just so I can see what it is. So here they come. That's WJ0T08. If you want to add that into your basket, do be quick because I think it's on the verge of selling out. Right, Tony has passed the dies through.
Okay, so you just pop them out and you can see just tap, tap, tap. Whoop. And then here we go. Look at that shading. No, I haven't.
That, perfect.
How cool is that? It's just so wonderful. You just pick your side and then you can build. So let's just pop this to one side. Obviously, you pop them out with your pokey tools, but you get the large size, the next size down. I absolutely love it. If you are, we've got a saying at Stamps by Me, a fast lane card maker.
A fast lane card.
If you like,
let's get into the dialect. The fast lane card maker.
You like things quick.
Okay.
I don't want to be faffing. Yeah. I'm not into technicality. I just want to make a pretty card off the back of a doorbell.
Okay.
These are going to absolutely help you out.
On the back of a doorbell again.
Yeah, well, if somebody rings doorbell and go, have you got a card? My auntie's on her way and it's her birthday.
Right, get it now.
Them sorts of cards. Here you are, look, there's your shading there, one that way. The die also puts a little bit of detail in there too.
That's great.
And then a darker side, so do you want to do light, do you want to do dark, what do you want to do?
You know what Tony said a couple of times now about how it makes you look great as a card maker? It's little details like that that just elevate your card making to like a professional.
Absolutely, and I like to, I'm still watercolouring, Andy. All these years, I'm still watercolouring. That's where the Eureka was born, lamination was born. They were all born from me picking up a brush, but still all the same, if I want to make a card, I don't want to be faffing. I just want to make a nice card. Have the, chill out with it. Just chill out with it. You shouldn't be pressurised and you shouldn't be put under pressure to create beautiful cards and you think that you're lesser value or inferior to anyone else because you think your cards are not better than anybody else's. Well, if you use this kit, you're all going to be the same. All the cards are going to be different, but the
standard's going to be the same level.
Absolutely. So that's the chrysanthemum, okay? So you get all of the colours, you'll get the paper set as well. Shall I cut the second Southern Magnolia as well?
Why not, as we're here, why not? Yeah, we'll change those details in because you've got obviously 2 options. Concept still the same, just your choice of flower. So you just saw the chrysanthemum. We're now going to change to the Southern Magnolia. And don't forget, if you go for either, you do also get that free gift, which again, you will get your pad, your watercolour pad of your Carter watercolour card, which also is available on the show. If you want to go for extras, we'll bring the details in for that later on the show. But if you do go for 1 or if you go for 2, it's 1 per customer. So if you go for both of them, then obviously you're going to get 1. If you go for 1, you'll get 1 as well. So it's GY0T. Is that an S or a 5? Let's go for 5. 2, GYOT52. That's why they don't let me present that much anymore, Tony. It's usually 2 reasons. It's either a special occasion.
You need your glasses.
I know, do need my glasses. I do now. There you go.
I need glasses now. I have to wear glasses now. We're getting old.
Getting old, that's what it is. Exactly.
Like a fine wine, though, aren't we?
Exactly right. Exactly.
If anyone asks.
We're intoxicating. Right, let's jump in. So, another demonstration, you've got to play with the Southern Magnolia.
Yeah, so exactly the same concept, guys. You get your variation in colours. They're double-sided with the colour formation. And again, the dies are built in such a way that they're going to cut them all in one quick, easy pass. So the 3 large ones are all connected, as you can see. see there. And you're just going to run them onto the paper stock and run them through, and then you get your leaves. One point I just want to add with the Southern Magnolia is these circles, we couldn't connect them without you having a straight edge on the circle. So these are separate, so don't lose them, guys, okay? But the other ones are all connected on plates. So let's pick a sheet from the cardstock. And just going back to what I said about the stencil, I just want to show you the waste from...
oh, yes.
How
you just cut out with the chrysanthemum.
Yeah, you could pound through
actually.
and do a bit of flower shape making
you want to
on
keep
the back.
hold of that, definitely.
Yeah, you could use that and then extra use, I guess. So let's just pick one of the designs here. So let's just go with this one here, and then let's get our plates. Super duper easy. I love the fact that it does two shapes at the same time too. So you just pop this one on here. We're also looking at possibly doing you some downloads as well, so you can top up on your colours.
Oh, nice.
So you can
Lovely.
load them on the website and things like that. So if you're running short, you're thinking, oh, you only get one pack, I'm going to be stuck with dyes and I don't like to colour myself, all bases will be covered. I'm bringing you some more colours and some...
I think that's one of the reasons why Toni has continued to be a stalwart within the industry, is that I think you're always thinking of the customer, you're always thinking of the crafter, because you're a crafter yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's something I remember in the early shows, you always wanted to impart that, that, you know, you understand that there are restrictions on people's time, restrictions on people's budget. You're always looking to bring the best value for money, but the only thing that you won't compromise on is the quality in terms of the end result. So you can craft to this level within the comfort of your own homes. Or do you have a die cutter machine? Not necessarily this one, although that one's fancy. Doesn't have to be this one. Any die cutter machine, Toni's dies, will work on them all.
Yeah, so this is coming in January.
Oh, is it?
Actually, yeah, so you can...
January the...
16th.
16th, that was it, yeah. 16th, right, mate, no,
I must be doing all right. They've booked me for a second show, guys.
I know, well, do you know what? Listen, I vouched for you, so I figured you'll be good.
I paid him a £5.
Exactly.
That's what he means.
So, yes, January the 16th is Toni's next planned show. But don't wish your life away. We've got another hour coming after this one.
Yeah, lots of loveliness. So, as you can see, this one's a little bit more defined in its embossing detail. You can see on the leaves here, you can see it puts some embossed detail in there.
Look at that.
Is it there? Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it does look like a bay leaf.
Yeah, just sitting, yeah, it's like a bailiff.
So,
a bay leaf, not a bailiff. Sorry, I wondered they'd seen someone stood behind them. No, I'm almost certain there's no bailiff.
So you get all of your leaves, and then you get your little, they look like them things that used to be
yes, I know what you mean. They're like helicopter.
Trees. Helicopter. Yeah, so...
But they're not called helicopter. What are they called? You guys know at home. I know a lot of crafters are gardeners. What's that tree? Is it sycamore? It's a sycamore. It's a sycamore.
And because the card is so good quality, because of that embossed detail in there, I'm just pinching it and look, it's scoring on that exact line because it's thicker, it's not flimsy, it's not cracking, it's good quality cardstock, we ensured that. So you get your mini ones, and then you get your huge ones as well, which is exactly the same. You get that embossed detail in there as well, so you can absolutely pull them together. And you can do the most luxurious flower with lots of leaves and petals if you want to, or you can scale it right back and keep it quite flat, because I know a lot of people like to keep the cards flat due to postage costs, but yes. I know that people are not bothered as well and happy to put them in boxes and make them so gorgeous. So there we go, there's your second stencil, should you wish, if you want to stencil the design on the back.
Talking of foliage, just a couple of seconds, I'll give you some details on some other dyes that Toni has on the show, the foliage dyes, which again I think when a foliage adornments is what they're actually called. And I always think that when you have dyes that are in the shape of foliage, they become some of those hardest working dyes that you have, because you know we create a lot of flowers, right? So to have bits of foliage in there is certainly well worth considering. Oh, there we go, right on cue, we've got it here. So this is the foliage.
Yep, foliage adornments. This comes with 10 dyes, and the reason why I've put these in is because they're great buildable. So if you do like to go the extra mile on a card and add more detail, then you have the capacity to do that. And it's got the long sprigs and the bubble effect ones, the like basil, I think that effect is, and then the leaf effect on there. And then, I mean, I've just obviously spent an hour in my kitchen cutting all up, and actually my son helped me with these, but it makes the most beautiful extended leaves. Now, we've all got leaves in our stash. We've all got dyes that do things, but in these ones, they're extended and elongated, which means you can trim into them and have two extended designs rather than just the one that just puts you in a box.
Of course.
They're quite big designs. And then you've got these like spirally ones too, which are quite unique. So if you wanted, in some of the samples, you can do like a swag down the side of your card. So really can just sort of like game change what traditionally would be a normal, everyday sort of like leaf effect into something just a little bit extra special, because we're all wanting something extra special for that extra special person, aren't we? So why not? Why not? And if you haven't got any leaves, this is going to be a great starting point.
Now, again, because it's Tony's first show, again, we don't stay on that price. Look at how many of you have already got this in your basket. Not £22.99, we take it down to £19.99 for a set of some of the hardest working dies, I think, that we use right the way throughout the year. Well done to Chrissy, to Lorraine, to Brenda, to Tracy, to Jacqueline, to Maureen, to Kate, to Dean, to Margaret, to Melanie. All of you who've already put this into your basket. Oh, I like those, Tony.
Yeah, so these are just a few samples, just using those. So maybe you've got enough flower dyes in your stash. You're eating flower dyes, maybe, because everybody's doing flower dyes, of course. But maybe you haven't got any foliage ones. So these are just options, just showcasing the foliage as their entity on their own, built in with some embossing folders, some paper and some inky splodgers.
Do you know what I like about that? It might seem an odd thing to say. They're not too flowery.
Yeah. Great for guys' cards.
Great, yeah, great for guys' cards. Very good.
Right, very, very nice.
Very nice, lovely. All right, so listen, now, if everyone who's got this in their basket checks out, 40% of the stock of the foliage adornments has gone, so you need to be quick if you want to go for those. As we're here, could we have a look at, let's do the foliage banners as well if we can. Look at this, see? Just fall back into the rhythm. So this is the foliage banners, which I think if you're going to go for the adornments, add these in as well. We've got a price match here. These are going to go down to £19.99. So talk us through these. That's a great card.
These are a little bit different in the sense, if you're wanting banners on your cards that are not banners, the ribbon banner effects that we see lots of, these are a little bit different in the sense that they have the foliage coming from the sides, and they are truly, truly beautiful. And you get the circle in the centre, so if you cut the circle in a different colour, you can absolutely embellish your card so beautiful. I'm going to use one of these in my demo, and I'm actually going to hopefully cut one as well to show you. Okay. But basically, they are just so luxurious with your card making. And you can very quickly see that once we start to build, just for example, this one here, I am going to do a card, but just for example, when you start to build, have that in the background. Nice. It's already got your fillers in there too, so you don't have to worry too much about, I really don't know, Tony, how to get balance on my cards and things like that. Well, the balance is already there because the florals have the 3-petal floral, and if you look at the design, it doesn't matter which way you put it, whether you put it landscape or portrait. When these have been designed, the design is fluid. You've got your curves. Right. Never have a die that stops dead, because it limits you. Yeah. Everything should be soft in some way. It should always have a curve or a nice finish, which is going to enable you to stretch your supplies further.
Wonderful. All right, so they're the foliage banners. Again, if you add that into your basket, there's no extra postage and packaging to pay. Well done to Janet, to Patricia, to Hayley, to another Janet, 2 Janets, who'd have thought it? Brenda, 2 Brendas as well. What, you're doubling up? Lorraine, and of course brand new customers as well. Very warm welcome. If you've never shopped from Hobbymaker before, you're in very, very good company. This is Toni Darroch, Stamps by Me first show here on Hobbymaker. She's Toni Darroch. My name is Andy, in case you have had the pleasure. Yes, we're very, very pleased to have you here. Lots more inspiration to come, but unfortunately, not huge amounts of stock. So if you do want to add that into your basket, you're going to need to be quick. Otherwise, it could well sell out. Okay, right, should we jump into another demonstration?
Shall we do a little demo? I'll just build some of the flowers and use some of these. This is my favourite, I think, foliage banner ever. Okay. So let's build that in as well. Let's just grab a black ink pad. First of all, I'm going to stamp a sentiment. Now, because they're foliage dies and matching pattern papers, they don't come with any sentiments. So I've stolen the sentiment from the next collection in the next show, and I'm just going to stamp this first. So we've got some lovely items in the next show as well, so stay tuned.
Yeah, some nice ones.
I'm so pleased as well, because you're not going to cut my show short.
No, it's fine. Guys,
I'm staying, guys.
Guys, take away the hook. We don't need to hook Toni off. She's fine for the 2 hours. That's fine.
I could see the fishing line, get her off.
They were there, they were stood there, but no.
There's now left.
Stand down, guys. Stand down.
Oh, so I'll just stamp thanks so much there, and it's just flown off the table. Let's just bring that back into play here. So I've just got a card blank, very, very simple. Some pattern paper. This pattern paper is part of a core collection, and me and Andy will go through it in a short time. And I've just got some white here. I'm not going to stick. I'm just going to go, and let's have a play with what we've already cut. Now, as you can see, I have the biggest wallet of flowers ever to...
What a great way to do it, to spend time.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah, I bet.
It was so easy. I was like, oh, I think that's enough. I don't think I'm ever going to get through all them on telly.
But you know that phrase you said earlier, if you do a card on the back of a doorbell?
Yeah.
If you need to make a pretty card in a short amount of time, building your own stash like this ready to go, using the equipment and the papers that Toni's brought in means you can make a lovely card literally in 5 minutes.
Absolutely. And as well, if you're a little bit more organised, you can actually build them, I guess. You could build them,
yeah, actually,
and then you can fluff them up, bring them back to life. So let's just show you on set here. So I'm just going to... You can put 2. You could put a little mini one in the middle if you want to as well. You've got... Listen, you'll all have copious amounts of gems and stuff in your stash. So it's just encouragement, really, to maybe just get things out and play with them, you know.
If you're constantly saying got too much craft stash, again, it's a great stash buster, isn't it? You know, or if you've got like a bit box that you put things in, I'll get round to using.
That's the cool thing about the dies, Andy. They work as an entity on their own. So if you have a bit box, get a little tray out and just cut a load through on a tray and then just use them, build them. They'll look fantastic in black and white. So I've just got some dry clear glue here. So I've just got, look, I mean, come on, easy peasy, right? So let's get a banner. So with your banners, you also get this die as well, which is in the centre here. Can you see this here? So if you cut in an alternative colour, like a silver or a gold or something like that, you really do have the plaque effect.
Right, okay.
So let's just pull this in. So let me just show you. So it comes with the circle like so. So you do have the facility to stamp a beautiful design on there as well. And also with the rectangle one too. I'll just go through here. Don't cough or sneeze, Andy, because these will end up everywhere. And then if you wanted to do white on white, which I absolutely love, you could stamp onto here, put some pads behind, and you have...
That looks white on white, doesn't it? But like a wedding invite or something.
Yeah, so let's just stick that on there for now. Super easy.
Lovely.
And you can use your pads. You can use whatever you've got in your...
Well, listen, whilst you're doing that, should quickly show you these pads. Very, very quick. Do it dead quick, because we've got 2 different options to show you. Now, the first one I think you were referring to earlier on was the shabby chic option.
Yes.
Now, you're getting 3 separate pads here at an amazing price, OK? Absolutely amazing price. Now, the price you can agree isn't your price, OK? £38.97. These are 7x7. We don't feature 7x7 that often, but we've had a lot of 7x7 in this show. The official titles are, you've got Shabby Roses, Shabby Stripes, and also Shabby Chic. So, I mean, you're obviously a fan of these kind of tones. What is it you wanted to achieve with these collections?
So, are you the crafter at home that can't match coloured cardstock? Are you the crafter at home that has the biggest bit box in your life but no ever matches? So these 3 are created in different pattern form, but the tones are exactly the same.
I see.
So if you if you take that front cover off.
Okay. Oh, they match together.
So if you want to create an album that's all one colour but has texture.
That's good.
So every page is exactly the same, and they go down in their colour theme. So if you were then to encroach into the blue, the next one after that one, it should be blue. I think you skipped one there, Andy, but yeah, they match throughout. So this is the shabby chic. You're going to cause chaos here. Okay. They match. They go through. So they all match beautifully. So if you are making an album, which there is an album. Have I got the album? There is an album. I'll show you in a second, guys. It's a beautiful album, but traditionally you would only have it in one pattern theme because you've only got the one pattern. But because we've got the same colour across 3 different designs, you can create an amazing album that coordinates and looks a little bit unique.
So we're already at, if we add all the price together, that's £12.99 for the 3 pads. So let's do you an extra special deal. We're going to go down from £38.97. You're going to get all 3. It's going to go down to £24.99 for all 3.
It's a right stack as well. They're 7x7. And you're saying, oh, we don't really do 7x7. We don't see it often. The reason why I do 7x7 is because traditionally card makers have 8x8 card blanks, OK? So if you have 8x8 paper, what do we have to do? You have to trim it.
You have to trim it down.
Waste. Why waste? So by the time you've done your mat and layer, what is the point? So if you've got 7x7, put a nice gold mat and layer underneath, you're good to go. There's no waste. You don't have to trim it. Okay, so 7x7 is the way forward.
That's absolutely brilliant. Now, so many of you adding this into your baskets. Again, ideally, if you're thinking about photo albums for 2026, journaling, memory books, anything where you want to match it all together, then this is certainly well worth it.
Oh, sorry, Andy, the samples are here.
Oh,
I was like, I'm telling you, I brought them.
You
what
knew
on
you
earth have I done with them? So there you go. That's just an example. There's a little album.
Oh, look at that.
So that is all of the colourways. Look, in the stripe, the floral, it all matches beautifully. That's what I like about them. And they have a white core, so they go through your embossing folders beautifully, and you can sand them back as well.
There we go, another example, as you can see. Beautiful, nice triptych effect created on the front there.
With your embossing folders, just add them in, team them up, all your offcuts, and because they have the right tone of colour and because they are all three matching, so you could do 3 different designs but all in the same theme, you have really unique cards.
Brilliant value for money. No wonder so many of you have had this into your basket. That's JP0T71. So, same concept, different designs. Moving on to, Tony, that one, I'll take this one. Now, we're going to match the price on this as well, so we're going to take this down to £24.99 for the 3 pads. And to prove that very same point, all 3, the patterns change, but the tones stay the same.
Exactly the same. So you can see all of the tones on the front of the card here. So these are a little bit more vibrant, but not too punchy vibrant. They still have the shabby chic vintage element of it, but you have the more reds and the greens as well. I think this one was the most popular before, which surprised me, but equally.
I think I can understand it because I think sometimes when it comes to some people, when it comes to shabby chic, it tends to be darker colours. These are more lighter colours, and they think, well, moods are affected by colour, aren't they? So it's got a nice halfway house between the 2 ports. Some lovely colours in there, excellent quality running right the way throughout. All 3 of the pads, as you can see, they're 250 GSM as well, 36 pages per pad, 12 designs to 3 of each, running right the way throughout.
Thick.
Thick.
We like thick paper.
It says EO0T23. EO0T23.
Andy, they are some codes. Whose codes are they?
Would you believe it's all done randomly?
Really?
All done by random, I know. He does a lot of work around here. Random.
Yeah, random.
EO0T23 if you want to add the Vintage Roses paper bundle into your basket. Those 3 paper pads, 7x7, 250 GSM. Well done to Elizabeth. Well done to Les. Well done to, again, brand new crafters who are joining us for the very, very first time. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much, guys.
Right, because we're going towards the end of the first hour, but let's end with the demonstration, shall we?
Yeah, let's just build this card very quickly. So I used one of the yellows from the vintage.
Yes.
Because it matches the magnolia, southern magnolia colour beautifully. And then we have our lovely sort of like white on white. So you could pop a pad behind here, but you could keep it super duper simple. Pop this up at the top or down at the bottom. And then you can absolutely go to town and just build with all of your embellishments. Now, like I said to you before, these big beasts here, because they are literally huge, you can snip away, and I mean that is normally the size of a little foliage leaf or something like that, so you can absolutely build them in. Or you can build a lovely floral tree because they're so big, but let's just build our own little unique.
So again, lots of versatility there. You can always cut it down, of course. It's much more difficult to go the other way. Again, you're getting into a little bit of topiary here, aren't you, I suppose, or paper topiary.
You could there are no rules, guys. Listen, if you're happy when you're crafting, who cares what anybody else thinks?
Listen, those the banners, they're proving really, really popular. We'll give you an update on those in just a couple of seconds. And also, the foliage adornments are also proving popular. Again, some of the hardest working dies, I think, when you buy anything, you always think, how often am I going to use it? What value for money is there for me? These are going to be something you're going to use, keep reaching for every single day. So again, a simple card, Tony, but you've made it simple, but it looks magnificent. Put
some pads behind. If you are an inky kind of card maker, add a bit of a watercolour wash in the background, do the mop-up off your glass mat, get some colour on the back and make it unique to yourself. But look, the idea behind the dies and the papers is they're all the same. It's down to you as an individual at home to apply how you like to craft. Sure. It doesn't put you in a box, it allows you to be even more creative.
Well, certainly. You've taught the gallery a new phrase. They're saying that definitely doesn't look like a doorbell card. We know what you mean by that, a doorbell card. It certainly isn't that. Right, the Vintage Roses paper bundle is proving immensely popular. Can we just give a quick reminder on the magazine? Because 3/4 of the original stock that we have has now gone. So there's every chance it could sell out. Fantastic value for money. Even when we didn't reduce the price, it was £39.99. It's gone down to £24.99. When you consider just the stamps alone are worth £20, plus the fact you're also getting the stencil and you're also getting the dies, those papers on the top right, and the actual magazine itself. It's a great introduction to the world of Stamps by Me. It's a great gift for someone as well. Once you get the craft, it's got everything. You get them some more inspiration. But of course, if you're a collector, today is the day to add it into your basket and take advantage of the all-day postage and packaging we have here at Hobbymaker. Can you just give us a quick
magazine,
flick
of course.
through the magazine?
Yeah, let me just grab mine because mine's not open. So you get your inspirational 75 sheet magazine, and there's also some lovely word searches in there as well, just to make it a little bit creative. It's great for a cup of tea. Get it out, open it, read it, fold the corner on the one that you want to try and copy or do or repeat or make your own. So it's a great read. And then you'll get your pack of the amazing papers. So you've got the street scenes. They're not all street scenes. They are double-sided as well, which is awesome. But you can break them down. You've got the 5x7s right down to your little A2s. You've got your A4 stamp set as well, which has got some of our best-selling concepts. So you've got the reflection. I might demo this one in the next hour. And then we have the lamination, some backgrounds. We've got the lovely boy blowing the butterflies. That is one of the papers from the paper pad. It looks like I've painted that. Total cheat. No. Fast lane card making. So we just stamp it in black and there we go. And then you have the layering stencils and the die, which makes the most beautiful 3D sunflower, daisy-esque if you want to. So maybe change up the colour to a pink. It'll look totally different. And it just fills the full card. It's a good size. So
it's really, really good value. Again, at £24.99. That's YS0T. 92 YS0T 92 at £24.99. You've got inspiration, information running right the way throughout, but you've got tangible elements as well that you can start to craft with almost immediately. So listen, thank you so much for joining us thus far. We are going to go away literally for a couple of minutes. We're going to reset everything with some more brand new products. If you've never seen Toni, well, if you've never seen Toni before, all brand new products for you to enjoy. If you have seen Toni before, some of your favourites over recent months as well. But for now, Toni, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here in a couple of minutes.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show.
Welcome to another very exciting day.
You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobbymaker.
Christmas video, see one, take one.
The executives of the Gemporia partnership are putting their heads together to create the perfect Christmas video.
So I've got an idea. Let's host Christmas here.
Here? As in at the studios?
How are we going to manage all that?
With some Christmas magic, of course.
This year, Christmas is happening at ours, and you're invited. From all of us to all of you. From behind the scenes to your screens. The Christmas elves have been working hard behind the scenes to bring festive joy.
Okay, so this is starting to look good. But what about fairy lights? Snow machine, some nibbles on the table. And we need messages from the presenters.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Well, this certainly looks like Christmas.
And we get to share it with them.
Wait, look, it's snowing.
Happy Christmas from your Gemporia Partnership family. Join us here this year for Christmas.
Found something you love on Hobbymaker? Ordering is super simple. Order online at hobbymaker.com, quick, secure and open 24/7. Prefer your phone? Use the Hobbymaker app or call our friendly team on 0800 00 14433. And the best bit, everyone pays the final lowest price. Ordering made easy at Hobbymaker.
Here at Hobbymaker, we love to see what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your Hobbymaker account sound? Join the official Hobbymaker fans Facebook page and simply post photos of your creative makes to be in with a chance of winning. The lucky winner will be announced on the official fans page at the end of each month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting and show us your makes for a chance to win a £100 credit. Get involved and win with Hobbymaker.
Do you want instant access to your favourite Hobbymaker designs? It's easy. Head to hobbymaker.com and click Digital Downloads from the menu. Browse the collection, pick your design and add it to your basket. At checkout, pay securely as normal, and that's it. Your download will now appear in your order history, where you'll be able to download straight to your device, ready to print, cut and create in minutes. Hobbymaker Digital Downloads. Creativity delivered to you in an instant.
Welcome back, everyone. You are, of course, watching Hobbymaker. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. It is Toni Darroch. She is with us here on Hobbymaker. We've just had an extremely busy first hour. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for ordering as well. And as promised, we're here for a second hour with new items. Certainly, if you've never seen anything from Toni before, brand new items available for you. But even if you have some favourites that have been proving really, really popular. Did you enjoy the first show?
I did. I just want to very quickly say I was really nervous for my first hour. I'm bedded in now.
You're bedded in now.
But I just want to say thanks, guys, for ordering it first hour. It always helps when people come and support you. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, guys. And thank you for all the messages as well. I know we haven't had a chance to read all of them. We'll do a little bit more of that in this show. Now, one thing that we can do here on Hobbymaker, and that's why I mentioned it at the start of the show, is that you can often see what's coming up in the show. And because we have 2 hours, we thought we'd let you discover what's coming up. Now, the benefit of that, it means that those of you can find what you like and you can order straight away. However, it means that often things sell out really, really quickly. And we think that this is going to be an example of this. It might be one of the ones. Now, I think it's the biggest collection you brought for us today. And this is the Seek the Extraordinary collection that we have here. It's a really cool collection, and it is an extraordinary collection because you get so much in it, Toni.
It's a jam-packed collection that is brilliant for guys' cards. So if you are the crafter at home that struggles for guys' cards, this has you totally covered. Now, this is quite unique in the sense that normally we do the 12 by 12 as an upsell for you all, but as a little bit of a treat, and because it's our first shows here, we've combined it all at a great price for you. But if you love wildlife, the burnt orange tones, the navies, the teals, you are going to absolutely adore this collection. It comes with so many different moving parts, but combined, you're going to be able to create the most beautiful cards. Now, if you're a embossing folder kind of crafter, there's one in here. If you are a stenciler, there's one in here. If you like painted mounts that look like postcards, then you're covered. If you like stamps, you'll get 11 of them with lots and lots of different sentiments in there. You also get your papers, which also have vellums. You also get your 12 by 12, and your stencil system also comes with a mask system as well, so you can do the interior and the exterior as well. And I'll show you the papers. These are incredible. And we did only launch this about a month ago, Andy.
Right.
And after speaking with yourselves, I ordered more, because I just knew that it would do really well on here.
Well, already it is. There are so many of you already got this in your baskets, and we haven't dropped the price just yet. Now, a curious thing is going to happen here, Toni, because you can see we have the recommended retail price of £79.99. Now, just to give you a list of everything you're getting one 12 by 12, one 7 by 7 paper pad, you're getting the 5 by 7 painted mounts, you're getting the 11 stamp set, you're also getting the embossing folder, and also the stencil mask as well. That's 6 by 6. All of that £79.99. Now, by default, when an item goes over a certain price, it becomes available on split pay. In this case, it goes on to 2 split pays. Now, one of the bugs, if you like, of the new system is when we drop the price, the split pay still stays. So we're going to drop this down from £79.99. Big save. We're going to take it down from £79.99 all the way down to £59.99. That's £20 off, but split pay remains in play. That means £29.99 is all you need to pay today to get this. And you've already paid your postage and packaging by ordering something else. You're not paying anything extra in terms of postage and packaging. And look how busy it's got on our scoreboard. If everyone checks out, it could sell out. But you know what? Listen, I think we had a word beforehand. We're going to try and get a little bit of extra stock. So I think what we should do, whilst we sort that out...
I'll quickly show you.
Let's have a quick look.
Right, okay. So the collection, like we spoke about earlier, paper collections generally for 12 by 12 are about £18.99. Price of paper's gone through the blooming roof, hasn't it? But I always feel like if you are a crafter and you love paper and you are a true paper crafter and enjoy it, the price shouldn't really matter as long as you can afford it.
Of course.
Okay, so here is the...
I mean, just the look of that's a lovely...
It's...
Isn't it? Ooh.
You just know Stamps by Me papers. If somebody just put this under your nose, you would know straight away. It's just the watercolour, the hues, the blurriness of it, the abstract element of it. So this is your 12 by 12. So if you like coordination in your craft, maybe from a cute gift bag, right through to the card, to the envelope, to the pillar box, sort of like giftable, then this has got that covered as well. So the 12 by 12 is just absolutely extraordinary. So you'll get all of these.
Very nice.
It's a collection that is just going to keep on giving. So you get your 12 by 12, okay?
And genuinely, folks, how many of you... I know you have lots and lots of cardstock and papers. How many of you have that design for the outdoors, not just doors, but an outdoors person? If you're a dog walker, for example, you know, it's one of the images there reminds me of my doggy. But it just reminds you of the great outdoors. And it could be Scotland, Canada, Yorkshire, it could be anywhere.
Anywhere, absolutely anywhere. And like I said, it ticks that box for those guys. But equally, you take your flowers from your new collection or your new foliage from your new collection and build it in around one of these images, you've got a great female card as well.
Yeah, very much so.
So here we have our 7 by 7 as well. So you'll get some toppers and things in here, so you can absolutely just separate them if you want to. You've got your ones for potential shadow boxes, so if you are into the gifting element of it, you could do some stenciling on the bottom of here, run it through your embossing folders. You've got like the watercolour design in the corner. But what's great about the 7 by 7, guys, is it doesn't just come with paper, it comes with the exquisite vellum. Okay, so if you like vellum as well.
Like a mist.
Yeah, so when you pop it onto white, look at that. transparency level.
Really
And the
nice.
detail in our vellum is absolutely beautiful. And you get multiple different designs. You're just unlucky today, guys, that I've used them all. I've only got 2 left. So that's your 7x7 paper and your vellum.
Nice.
Okay, so let's just move on from that one. Then you get your stack of trees embossing folder. Christmas. Straight away, right?
Yeah,
Christmas,
perfect.
pine trees, whatever it may be. You've got that lovely stack on there all year round, autumn, winter, summer, whatever it may be. So you get your embossing folder. You also get your mask with the wolf, the interior, the exterior, the hawk, interior, exterior, and the footprints as well.
Lovely.
You also get your stamp set, which will come with an insert and everything. It's just that mine's out. So you get the village in the diamond and in the circle and all of the words as well. And then you have your painted mounts, which are... My painted mounts basically just require a sentiment because they're like postcards, OK? So you do not have to do much to them. Sentiment, bow, done.
Do you know, if you're getting someone like a bottle of whiskey or something like that for, you know, like Father's Day or Christmas or anything like that, this would be perfect. A gift tag. Kind of cut down.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be perfect.
Coordination is incredible. Now, these look amazing with the stenciled design on there in the white, with the embossing folder. They are just absolutely incredible. So you get the whole bunch, the whole of it for, I can't see.
£59.99. Now, you might notice that the graphics disappeared there. They've come back because we've added a little bit more stock, OK? So we had a conversation with Toni beforehand, a very, very small amount. But once that's gone, that's it, OK? So if you do want to go for that particular collection, make sure you put it into your basket now. Same item number, MW0T21. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? MW0T21. 2 split pays available as well.
I'm glad you're saying them and not me.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Blimey, that's why I need the glasses. I can't even read them.
So if you've got your creative dies, we've got some lovely dies in the show as well. But look at these with just the vellum, the toppers. There's not much thought goes into them, but how cool do they look? I mean, they take only moments. That's your embossing folder. Look at that with the stag cut out on the front there. If you're a bit of a stamper and an inker, the papers are just absolutely just gorgeous. That's the vellum.
And listen, I've not been presenting as much in recent years, but, you know, I've seen a lot of craft collections and imageries and concept over the years. I've rarely seen one like this, but I can immediately see the appeal, you know, because one of the great maxims of card making is, you know, making a gents card is difficult because, A, men don't always appreciate the effort that's gone into something, but it's, you know, if they're not into golf, if they're not into fishing, then, you know, half the cards that you see available kind of, they're dismissed, aren't they? But anyone enjoys the outdoors. I just think for a dog walker, if you're a dog lover or if you've got someone who walks a dog for you, what a great card to make for them. Because you just don't see that imagery, you just don't see that colourways coming through. It's so evocative of the weather that we have here in the UK or whether you have all across the world.
Absolutely, and I think having the facility to tick that box for the cards that we don't necessarily like to do. We don't want to make guys' cards, let's be honest. They're boring. Guys are boring.
Yeah, guys are boring,
They're
right, girls?
Boring. And it's a certain colour theme that we have to stick to because they're pretty boring. But this has all of the colour themes in that you would use for a guy's card, but they have the cool undertones with those ambers and the burnt oranges, which then can bring it back to an everyday card. Okay. Great for sympathy.
All right, so we're going to need to move on because I think, Toni, what, 2/3 of the stock, so the original stock sold out, 2/3 of the restock has gone. It's a lot less stock. I think it's going to sell out. So please jot down that code now for 2 reasons. Number 1, it'll sell out. Number 2 means I don't have to say it again. MW0T21. NW0T21. 2 split pays available. £29.99. A wonderful, wonderful collection. All right. So now, moving on, we're going to take a couple of items. We're going to take a look at these. First of all, beautifully presented card kits we have available for you. Now, these are... Were these designed as a gift within themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you have 2 options. You have Best Day Ever. Let's just grab them for you. And Follow Your Dreams. Okay. So basically, these do come in this sort of light box, so they're totally protected, guys. Nice. So if you're thinking you've got a loved one in the family and they're going to open, don't worry. They don't just come in a cellar bag or an envelope like that, okay? So basically, they are the lovely transparent boxes. So this makes 18 complete cards. You do not have to have a single bit of craft in your stash to create
Everything's in
the
there.
18 cards that are in here. So they come in the sort of like lovely giftable box. They come with the to and from if you want to. However, you can take it out and replace it with the name of the collection, pop the name of the collection in the side and then stack them all in your craft room so you've got easy access.
Nice.
But if you want to gift it to somebody you're trying to get into card making, of course you can do that. If you make all 18 cards, take the excess out because there is above and beyond the 18 in here. You put them back in the box and gift them to somebody who just likes to give cards.
Yeah,
don't want to make them, but wants to give them. So let's show you. So we have two options, best day ever and follow your dreams. So let's have a look. So beautiful. So if you've got kids who love to craft as well, get them all out on the table, spread them all out, and you are literally good to go. So when you open it up, it comes like so. You can see all of the detail inside there, the card blanks. Let's pull it all out, shall we?
Yeah.
Value, again, extraordinary. Extraordinary. And no corners have been cut, guys, because just because it's in a box, in a gift box, don't mean to say the paper's any thinner, the stamps are any different. No, we don't cut corners. So you get your envelopes, okay, straight away.
Nice.
You get your pre-printed cards. Now, they're not white card blanks and envelopes, they're printed card blanks and envelopes. So the fronts of the cards are printed. Look at that.
Lovely. Okay.
Also on the back, handmade with love by.
Nice.
So if you want to put,
I love that.
If you want to put your details on there to say Sophie made them or Andy made them or whoever made it.
So important.
So you have all of the designs, different designs on there.
That's great.
All of the different pre-printed card blanks. Then you have your toppers. So these are sort of like your woodlandy type styles toppers. So you've got your forestry, your watercolour trees. And these will come into fruition when I show you what else you get in the kit.
That would work quite nice with some of the elements from the extraordinary.
So you can see already if we will build a card actually, so let's just do that. Then you get a stamp set which matches the theme. So you've got your little acorns, your daffodils, your florals and your leaves. So you get the stamp set. You also get your ink pad as well. So if you're not a crafter, literally you are good to go. You also get some tags. So if you want to stamp onto the tag, pop it on a card, or if you want to do it as a giftable, you get all your pre-printed tags, and these have got the little animals on here or the trees.
Lovely.
So they match.
Cute.
They all match beautifully. So when you've made them all on your table, you're going to see a theme run through and you're going to be like, yeah, I made those. And it wasn't expensive to do so.
Of course.
You also get pre-printed sentiments. So maybe you've got kids and you don't want them to have the ink pad, or maybe you're not a stamper at all. You are just a solid hardcore paper crafter. You have those. You have your rub-ons, so you can do your rub-ons onto your envelope, so it matches beautifully all the way through. And then you get your foam pads, so you can foam pad them and 3D them should you wish. And then you also get your cute animals, and you can build the most adorable
little
cards. You've got flowers, foliage, hedgehogs, mice, giraffes, bears.
Giraffes.
And so they'll carry a bit of water. They're quite thick actually. They'll carry a bit of water. They'll carry your glue for sparkles.
Oh, look at the tiger.
So you've got so much to go at really. So in a sense, all you do is you pick a card from the collection. So let's say we go with this one. So I like this one today. Let's pick a mount. So let's go with this one because this one looks easy. And you can obviously mount it. If you're an avid card maker and want to obviously accessorise it more by the mat and layers, you can obviously do so. But the kit itself just is incredible. And then you can grab one of the toppers if you want to. A little mouse, try and get him off the table. Use the little pads to put him on there as well. You can also use a tag to stamp a sentiment on, maybe do a pull out of the side underneath.
Or on the back, maybe,
if you wanted to. And then you have your envelopes as well, which the rub-ons are brilliant for sealing your envelopes. So if you haven't seen rub-ons before, basically they just come on a transparent sheet and you rub them on and then the image transfers onto whatever
As Toni said, they're a nice finishing touch to put on your envelopes. Now, one thing we haven't done yet, so the value for money incredible at £39.99, but that is not our final price. Let's drop down from £39.99 and reward those people who've already put this into their basket. £10 off, down to £29.99. That's OE0T06.
I will be thinking about these codes all the way home.
OE0T06. I feel like I'm giving coordinates on a Russian submarine or something. Maybe I am. Really busy already for the best day ever. Diane, Deborah, Janet, Katrina, Angela, Pat, again, brand new customers. We can tell they're brand new customers because the name comes up as Crafter. If people don't want the names to be given, they can choose that as well. But if it comes up Crafter, usually that means it's a brand new customer. So thank you very, very much if you followed Toni to us here at Hobbymaker.
And I would say if you're like coming up to the Christmas period now and everybody's looking at you going, Mum, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? Treat yourself to one of these and you'll have it as a keepsake as well. The box is forever, obviously. You can reuse the box. It's got the ribbon detail on there as well if you wanted to put a gift inside. But I would just make all 18 cards, pop them in the box, and if the doorbell goes...
There you go. You beat the doorbell. Actually, it's a great point, Toni. Thank you for reminding me because it's something that's been proving very, very popular in the past few days. One other thing we do have here at Hobbymaker, and I don't know if it's well, we do talk about it quite a bit, is that you can buy gift cards to spend with us here at Hobbymaker. Cool. If you go to the website, if we can do this live, if you go to the website and you scroll right the way down on the home page, oh, you're already there, there's a thing that says gift card. Click on that and you can either have an actual gift card preloaded with the credit that you determine, or you can have it emailed to that person. So you could do this Christmas morning if you wanted to. You can dictate exactly what's on there, and that to entitle them to however much you put on there for them to spend with us here at Hobbymaker. So if you want an actual card, you want to give like a week's notice or something. But if you just want the email version, obviously that's instant. And yeah, that's something that a lot of people have been taking advantage of. Again, you'll find that on the website. Right, let's go back to the second of these wonderful kits, because we've also got Follow Your Dreams as well. Same concept on this.
Yeah, yes? Same concept, whereas that one is more wood life and quite cutesy. This one is more whimsical. So if you've got crafters with fairy wings and forests and things like that, then this one is probably for you. More sparkly, I would probably suggest. Butterflies and dragonflies. So again, the system is exactly the same. You can see in there, you will get your stamp set and your ink pad and everything to boot with it. So this one is more girly, probably, I would say.
Okay.
So again, let's start from the base. So you have your envelopes, you have your amazing rub-ons. I'll show you how the rub-ons work. And then in this one, with your card blanks, they're a little bit different. They have the like bokeh technique to give you the illusion of sparkles in the background. So you have all of the different ones there. And then you have your whimsical pages as well, which are really, really pretty. So these are your printed cards. They're not toppers, these ones, they're cards. Look, they're printed.
Right, okay.
So if you wanted to just use that for a guy's card for Father's Day, of course, you could split it down.
They're a little bit, as you said, sort of fantastical, whimsical, kind of Midsummer Night's Dreamy, maybe. Yeah, and then the toppers for this particular one have like the houses with the mushrooms and this sort of like faux gold effects around the side. Some muted, some more, the opacity has been reduced on those, so you get the feeling of whatever you put on the front is going to push the back right back, and then vice versa, so you get the lights on there. So obviously you just pick one of these, you could pad it and pop it straight onto your card blanket and you are literally good to go. So that's your toppers. You also get, again, your foam pads as well, just in case you do want to raise. You get a stamp set in this one which has the sentiments in here, which is very fitting for this design. Follow your dreams, be kind to everyone, do all things with love, strong is the new beautiful, and my worries are few because my blessings are many. Nice. Ink
pad again, and then you also get some of the embellishments in here.
Sure, one thing I will say, Toni, one thing that you've always done incredibly well are sentiments. You've always, because they're far more colloquial, you know, so there's something that
means something.
There means something behind them.
You've
do you know
always
what I mean?
said
They're just
that.
a little bit.
You've been saying that for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
It is true. Very true.
Yeah, we're not the kind of company that does happy birthday. If we've got a little space and it requires a little word, you might get best wishes, you might, but normally you will get something that's
more heartfelt, I think, with what you get with Toni.
So with this one, look, you get your fairies with the wings and things like that. So you can see if you add sparkle, all different designs as well.
What that'd be good for is like if you've got, say, like tween-age daughters, you know, that kind of sort of 13 plus. You know, you don't understand the music they're into, but something like this that's kind of childlike but a little bit adult. as well.
Absolutely, and if you don't like this white edge that's all around here, just get your ink blending tool and just knock off the white edge and make it a little bit more contemporary by adding a little bit of ink. But again, because the card is such good quality, you can absolutely cut in, make the wings 3D, put two on top of each other. But you do get a whole bunch of little mini roses, sparkly roses, florals, mushrooms as well. So you can absolutely design till your heart's content, really. So if you were to take one of the onto this one, say, because there's light ones and there's dark ones, they're not all. So you could maybe pop that one on there like so.
So that kind of bokeh one, they look kind of, I always think they look quite glamorous.
Yep.
They kind of look like soft focus fairy lights.
And then you get your tags as well to see your design through. So if you are decorating a gift bag or you want that maybe for the front of your envelope. But would you like me to just really quick show the transfer? Sorry, the rub-on.
Yeah, if you don't mind. There's the details on the screen if you do want to go for that particular one, as you can see. So that is to follow your dreams. Same price as the best day ever at £29.99. That's HY0T62. HY0T62. That one's not so bad, Tony.
I'm giggling here. It's just like I'd be thinking.
HY0T62 if you want to add that into your basket. But as Tony said, we should show a demonstration. We're going to show how the rub-ons work.
Yeah, they're super duper easy, but sometimes I take it for granted that most people will know what a rub-on does, and you'll get it and you'll go, I'm not sure what a rub-on is, can somebody... And then I'll get the email saying, can somebody help me? And I'll be like, no, I should have shown you. I shouldn't take it for granted. So I'm just going to grab a blending... Something with like an edge, just so we can rub it on. So then I'm just going to take the design, whatever design you want to do. Let's do the mushroom. And then they work on glass. They'll go on your die cutting machine.
Oh, right.
They'll go on wood. They'll go on anything, literally anything.
Like a more up-to-date version when I was younger, you know, back...
Tattoos?
Yeah, kind of like the temporary tattoos you used to get.
They are, I think, yeah.
You still get them, apparently. Oh. Used to get them in bubble gum when I was younger.
You're showing your age.
I know, yeah, I show that quite regularly. That's the thing now, because I'm older. A lot of my references to some of the kids here are just ancient, but there you go.
So, and you can see it's on like a transparent... It's like it's on vellum. That's what it looks like when it... Can you see it's just on vellum there? And then what I like to do, I'm not going to do it with this because there's no in it, but once you've put something in, you can seal the envelope with the design, you know, like you would with a wax seal if you want to. But if you want to see your design through so it coordinates, maybe you've got a mushroom on the front of your card in there, and then you just take the end of something. And, you know, you really can't go wrong with these because you can lay it back down and just press it back on once you've done it. So all I'm doing is I'm just sort of like, transfer, scratch it on, lift it up if some of the design's missing, put it back down and just scratch until you think you've got it on. It's super duper easy. This is just like a rounded edge, as you can see here. Nothing fancy.
Pencils back in the day, you used to get a graphite pencil.
And then all you do then is you can just try and grab it. And then if you look and it's not transferred across, just press on a little bit. Oh, that's not too bad. And there we go. So now we have a decorated envelope. Just burnish it with your finger. Yeah, and then you have a beautiful mushroom on the front of your card that coordinates with the card inside, and that's exactly the same as you would do with the woodland elements as well.
Lovely. All right, so again, quick reminder, there's the details if you do want to go for your follow your dreams option in the Create a Card kit. Now, just to update you on something, the first collection we showed you right at the start of the show, despite the fact that we added more stock, that has now sold out. OK, so that was what we started the show with. That's, of course, Seek the Extraordinary, an extraordinary collection. And well done if you got it nice and early on that, because that has now sold out. Something else I have hidden behind here, though, that you can't see, but I think it's well worth mentioning because I think they're brilliant value for money, but I think we've also got an interesting concept behind them as well. We've got the waste-free dies. Now, we've got 3 different options available for you. Going to start with the ovals first of all, but this intrigues me. Waste-free.
So traditionally in the past you will have heard of your nesting dies, right? But what we always do when we refer to nesting dies is we cut one and then we cut another one and we put one on top of the other. Whereas, why are we doing that? Does anybody know why we're doing that? Why are we not using one piece of card and putting them all inside each other and getting decorative borders?
Right.
So they're called waste-free because if you do actually put one inside the other, you'll end up with a lot of decorative borders from one sheet of paper. So less waste.
Right, okay.
Less waste. Some people call it gimmicky, call it I call it whatever you wish, but in my opinion, if you are cutting a piece of cardstock, you should put them all inside each other. Unless you're obviously just wanting the one, that's absolutely fine.
You're quite right, because usually, I'm thinking of other dies in this kind of concept, you wouldn't do more than one, because there's the danger that they would they'd move, and you'll know if you put 2 dies on top of each other, you'll end up damaging one of them. So this ensures that you can create many at once, but it also ensures, because it's one solid die, that you can end up with a great result every single time. So that's your oval, as you can see. There are 10 pieces that you can create from that. So that goes, that's £19.99. That's UI0T48. UI0T48. So is it a solid piece that creates 10
No, it's
cutouts?
10 dies that all sit within one another seamlessly, so you don't have any waste. So if you put one, it's on the card as it is. So you just put them all inside each other, and what you'll end up with is 10 beautiful borders. Okay, but you can use them in the traditional format of a nesting die. Just cut the one if you want to. But if you have a bit box, get them cut.
Get them all done
waste free. Let's not waste.
Absolutely not. So it's £19.99 if you'd like to go for the stitched ovals. From the stitched oval, same concept, different shape. Let's move on to our stitched rectangles. Now, there are 9 dies included
Absolutely.
in here.
And you're probably thinking, well, why is there 10 in that and there's 9 in that? I have to make sure the spacing is covered. So what Andy's just clearly pointed out to you there, they don't run on top of each other. I have to give you that space, guys. So this one needed 9 to get in. If I could have got more in, I would have. So this one's 9. But again, it is just your mat and layer. So we work on a 5x7 template. So you know that all of our waste-free dies start at a 5x7 card and work down. So if you are that type of card maker that loves the top folding note cards, which I love, of course, and the 5x7s, then these are going to fit seamlessly, but they go right down to a little A6 and A2 card as well.
Lovely. All right, so they are the rectangles. Again, that's RB0T31 at £19.99. And then the final set we have for you are the squares, where there are 10 included in here.
So we can't leave out the square card makers, because there are people that make 7x7, 6x6, 5x5 cards, aren't there? And not everybody crafts like me. Not everybody's like me. We know that, right? That'd be crazy if there were 2 of me, right? So we have to think about our square card makers as well. And this is exactly the same concept. And if you just look at that picture on there as well, if you cut a few and layer them on top of each other with pads, you've got an interesting card already. It's quite... But these are your workhorse dies in your stash, aren't they? These are the things that you put your hands on, you keep together, and they come out probably every week if you're making a card. And it puts that decorative detail in rather than just a square piece of card cut in your guillotine, which is plain. This one leaves a dot dash detail.
That's wonderful. So again, you're getting all 10 of those for £19.99. So it's XQ0T07. XQ0T07. Now, if you've been watching us throughout the entirety of this show, you'll know in the previous show, for the first time here in Hobbymaker, we brought you the latest premium magazine from Toni. We'll bring those details in. It's just over there. I'll go grab it in a couple of seconds. But Toni will talk us through exactly what we're getting, because the demand for it is very, very high, particularly when you see exactly what you're getting in here. £39.99. Even if that was the price, it represents exceptional value for money, but £24.99 makes it something extra special. Full disclosure, we had an initial amount of stock. That has gone. We've had a small restock, and we're now in the second part of that restock. But this is all we have left. Once this is gone, that is it. So, Toni, what are we getting in here?
So if you are brand new to Stamps by Me, this is going to be a great starting pot. Maybe the items on the counter, you're like, I don't really know this brand, I don't know this girl, but I'd love to get to know this girl. Well, this is going to give you a great introduction into Stamps by Me and the family company. Now, just a little bit of backstory for you all, guys. I am a company that's nearly 15 years old. We've been doing TV for most part of that. Thank you. Andy's been with me probably 10 of those years.
And we started in the shed.
And we started out just making stamps, and we just grew on the platform, and we've just gone from strength to strength. We are now a global company. We are worldwide, USA, Germany, and now we are gracing the TV screens of UK. Thank you to Andy and the team for basically having me. And we love to be the brand that gives you conceptual help to make you look blooming brilliant as a card maker and a crafter. And we always love to bring you affordability, and quality is always important. And this is brilliant. This is a great starting point. This is not outsourced. This is me, my team. And basically, this is your 75-sheet magazine of creative content that is going to keep you going. when you get your kit, and you can make 80% of the items in here with the kit that I have provided. So you have all of your step-by-steps, your how-tos, you have some simple imagery. My design team always go above and beyond to share their creativity with you all as well. This is reflection collection. You get some reflection collection on the A4 stamp, and this is the sunflower but done in a teal as well, so you can see how it's been broken down. There's just lots and lots to go out. I don't want to show you too much because I really want you to buy it, because at that price it is a good price. So you'll get your magazine. Yeah. So then we separated the papers simply because every time...
Shall I save you opening that? I can go grab it.
Oh, thank you. Every time you all tore your paper out your magazine, what did you all do? You all tore your magazine and you're like, I had to buy another magazine. I'm like, you don't need to be buying 2 magazines, thank you. So these are your papers. So you have your scene setters, they are double-sided, and you have your big designs from the 5x7, okay? So if you are that big card maker, but as we go through, you will see you have your smaller designs, and these cut beautifully with your waste-free dies as well. So have a look at those. You've got your spots, but we've also incorporated words, just because if you are a beginner crafter, you're not going to have a ton of sentiments. It's there and got you covered. We've got the smaller sentiments. We've also left some blank as well, so if you've got a nice pretty stamp that you want to keep in theme yourself, of course you can do that. And then we have Toni Darroch through and through with abstract and art. So you will see all of that through. We have landscape portrait design too. Nice we have the 4 ones in there as well, and then we go right down to the 9 ones as well. It's good quality. Yeah. I'm not sure about other magazines, but sometimes when you get them, they're paper thin, and when you add glue, you see the glue through the paper. It's not. It's nice to have things at a cheap price, but we don't want us cards to look cheap. Absolutely. So that's your paper. So you get that as well. That's your magazine, and then you get your A4 stamp set, which is just awesome, right? So you get 2 lovely background stamps. You get a lamination, so you can do the watercolour flowers. So ink up, spray with water, stamp, and then add the detail. It looks like you've painted it. And then we have the reflection collection, where it's that inbuilt reflection that doesn't have to be used as 1 part, it can be used as 2. And then you've got the little boy blowing the butterflies, and then all of the words. And then we have the most amazing, it just keeps on giving for that money. So then you have your layering stencils that just follow the number system. They're numbered as well. My eyes don't deceive me. Let me just find the numbers. They're numbered. There we are. They're etched. Number 1. Follow the number system through. Line them up with the heart, and you will end up with a beautiful sunflower that looks like this, which can be flat on a card. But guess what? If you are a 3D card maker, we put the die in as well, so you can absolutely pad it up and create the most awesome 3D sunflower if you want to. Shall we do a little demo?
Yes, we should. I think we should. We were planning to do one at the start of the show, the first collection, but it's sold out. Now, 30% of the restock of the magazine has gone. So I think with the tailing wind, bearing in mind you can place your order, as many orders as you like, up until midnight tonight, and only pay 1 post and packaging charge. And we know there are a lot of you who watch late at night as well, so a warm welcome if you are watching us at about, add a few hours onto this, I don't know, so it'll be about 9 o'clock at night. No, it'd be longer than that. I know, middle of the night. Thank you for joining us. You can still add to your basket up until midnight, and all you'll pay is 1 postage and packaging charge. So let's do a demonstration.
So here I am with one of the pattern papers from the papers collection that comes with, and I've got the reflection collection girl. I'm just going to pop her on here. Now, when you get your reflection collection, one is a little bit jaded and one is smooth, super smooth, okay? The jaded one is the reflection, because reflections are never perfect, okay? Right. Okay. So I always try and remember that. So let's just move that up here. So I'm going to try and, I'm not going to put a full one in there. I'm going to have a little bit of I'm going to offset her as well slightly. And we'll have half, as if she's walking past this lovely sort of like French cafe.
It is, yes,
bistro,
yeah. That does look very French.
So then let's stamp her down. So I always just ink it up once, and then I ink up the top, so it's a little bit darker than the bottom, because sometimes reflections aren't really dark, dependent upon the setting. So just push that down. Let's just make her a bit darker. So I'm going to leave that bit jaded because I think that's more real. And then at the top, I'm just going to go in and ink for the second time and stamp her and make her crystal clear.
And I recognise what Tony's using here, the legendary Eureka.
She's still alive.
Still alive, the Eureka 101. Amazing, amazing piece of equipment.
And then look, she's solid at the top now, and then the bottom is a little bit lighter. Can we see the difference there? So, whereas before what you would have to do, most of you will know, is you would have to put the stamp onto a block and then turn it over and reflect it down. It would never stamp. It were a pain. It were an absolute pain. But anyway, that's done now, so we don't have to worry about looking cool. It's already done. So that's just basically the stamp and the and paper. And if we pop this onto just a very basic card, I'm not going to glue it because I want to do the stencil as well. So just a white matten layer, then the colour here, and then just a very quick sentiment. Now, do know that this magazine, thank you so much, this magazine will lend itself beautifully to the new flowers that are in the show, which you all...
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about those.
I've put me...
here we are, look. The first set that we showed you in the first hour.
You could absolutely do, like, the banners. If you haven't got the banners, you need the banners in your life. But the banners and the papers work absolutely exquisitely together. And the flowers are small enough as well to do, like, a lovely cluster in and around. So they all work beautifully. The colour tones are very, very similar.
Don't forget, if you do treat yourself to either one of the chrysanthemum or the southern magnolia option in the Creator Card collection, which we showed you in the first show, you are also going to get, courtesy of Tony, you're going to get a free block of watercolour card as well, the Carter watercolour card. You'll get that included. It's 7x5 in terms of size. That is also available if you want to buy extras. You can buy those, of course, on the website.
Right, so let's have a quick look at the stencil system then. So our stencils are super duper easy. They come with a heart corner. So if you want to put some ink through the hearts and line the hearts up, fine. If you don't, just line it up with the edge of your cardstock, and then they're all going to layer up beautifully, okay? They're numbered as well. They're etched just in the left-hand corner there, so you can't really make a mistake. If you make a mistake, it's a piece of card. It can go in bin. Start again. Okay, so let's just grab some ink and let's just grab some brushes here. So I don't think we need to do... let's stick to the colour it is, shall we? Don't want to confuse. So let's do yellow to start. So basically, just get some colour down. And if you have a tremor, don't worry about it, because when you build and build and build with layering stencils, it hides what's underneath.
Okay.
And the detail gets less and less and less the more stencils you use, so it will work out okay. Don't put yourself under pressure.
All right.
So first one, just get a nice layer of colour down.
Lovely.
And don't forget you have your die too, so no fussy cutting, no faffing, it's just amazing. And if you are a little bit more advanced and want to make the edges a little bit darker so you can get a little bit more depth and dimension than what the actual stencils provide, of course you can do that. So start with number one.
How would you bother cleaning these, or how would you clean them?
Just run them under tap. The colour should just run off.
Okay.
And you need to use dye-based ink. So if you've got like your Tim Holtz, I'm not sure what other ink brand you have on here. I think the Hunky Dory ones might be water-based as well. So just check them out. But they should just run off. Don't try and use an oil-based one because they're a little bit problematic. Okay. So and then the next one, I'm just going to use the same ink pad and just press on a little bit harder. And then we should get a little bit of dimension. Or maybe swap out for an orange, whatever you have in your stash. Listen, to do stenciling, you do not need copious amounts of ink pads. I know we see lots of people with hundreds and hundreds of ink pads, and I'm guilty of it too. I've been doing it for a long time. But if you are a beginner crafter, just start out with a few. And then start, when you do your stenciling, stencil through light. And then as you go through the stencil system, press on a little bit harder with your ink, and you will end up with instant depth and dimension anyway. And then it's sort of like a progress to build up your ink collection. It doesn't have to be done overnight. And then you get your second layer where it starts to come together.
I remember the first time I saw this concept, whether it's by stencils or by stamps, it's so simple, but it is so effective as a technique.
Yeah, so then let's just swap out for the orange. So again, I've just lined the stencil up with the edge of the page. I could have inked through those hearts. Once you've done it once, you'll not touch the hearts. They're there as sort of like a beginner guide. They're not necessary, really. And then just tap some orange.
Lovely. Now, just to say how busy it is. So many of you. Well done to Karen, to Linda, to Marjorie, to Kathleen, to Dawn, to Christine, to Jill, to Debbie, to Anne, to Helen, to Julie, to the brand new crafters who joined us in this show. Thank you very much for your orders. For those of you who are still thinking about it, did you say 40 or half, Laura? Half the stock of the restock has gone. So restock once, we've got as much extra stock as we can get, and now half that stock has gone. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have a hot chocolate on the way home.
I think you deserve it.
I think a bit of a treat.
Hot chocolate, wouldn't that make you sleepy?
No.
Driving home? No?
No, I'm never tired. Number 4.
True.
Do I look like I sleep? I'm grey under here. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't sleep. Right, okay, so number 4. So as you can see, the leaves are on the exterior, and then the centre, you can do whatever colour you want on the centre. I'm going to
move it. There you go, perfect, thank you.
Sorry, darling.
That's all right.
There we go. So I'm just going to tap into the centre here, get a little bit of colour in there. Now you could do the teals, a navy, a black, a grayscale, a sepia tone. You decide what colour you like. Just because it's orange and yellow on the packet does not mean you have to do it in the same colour as me. And we love to see your makes as well. So get on Hobbymaker page and share your makes.
Yes, we can do that on the Facebook page. We have a monthly competition, Show Us Your Makes, where one lucky person will win a £100 credit to their account. All takes place it used to take place on the TV, now takes place on our Facebook page. We announce the winner every single month and they get £100 credit to their account.
I think it's awesome that you do that.
Yes, well, do you know what? It encourages people, hopefully. I mean, listen, obviously, if you win, it's nice. But hopefully, the real reason we do it is to encourage people to comment.
Have faith in themselves.
To have faith in themselves. Because by and large, in nearly every single instance, the feedback is always positive. The feedback is always lovely because you come up with some wonderful things to do. And that helps to build a caring community, which is certainly what we want our part of the caring community to be. There we go, we're just showing some fancy VTs. Anyway. Right, sorry.
And here we are on number 5, so the last one. So let's add the detail here and then we can die cut it. Nothing.
Oh, yes.
So let's just add a bit more depth here. I've gone tealy for the leaves, but of course, if you've got a nice apple green or whatever, lime green, you can do your own thing.
I suppose you've literally gone for what you can reach.
I have. I went for the brush.
Yeah.
It was down to the brush.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about, you know how much I love my artwork, is this looks absolutely fantastic if you spritz it with a bit of water and let it bleed out. So you get the abstract element of it as well.
Yes,
just going to add the detail into the...
Did you mention, is this on the Carter watercolour?
This is just on normal cardstock, but if you did it on your Carter, which is a great shout, Andy, you will get artwork, because it's cotton content. It's the best. We've been selling it for 8 years.
Yeah. I remember when you first bought that back in a previous life, and
we don't mend things that are not broken, do we?
Yeah, true, very good.
So if you wanted to leave it like that, of course you can do that. But then if you spritz it with a bit of water and let it bleed, can we see?
Yes, look, right.
Can we see here? So if you are a little bit more, I do like to play around with ink, Tony. I love it, but I really want to jazz my card up a little bit, Tony. How do I go about doing that? Just spritz it with a bit of water, and you can see instantly then when you add your sentiment. I'm not going to add it because it's obviously wet, but that and if you want to add sparkle but equally if you just do the stencil system, I'm not going to run it through a die cutting machine because it's wet.
Yeah.
But then you just run your die through. And then you'll have something to put pads underneath and build up as well.
And then to have something in the palm of your hand that, obviously not only didn't exist that long ago, but Toni was talking about what she wants to do is enable you to borrow the tools and the inspiration to raise your level, to be as good as you see Toni be in terms of her creativity. That's how easy it is for you to be able to do that. If you've got a die cutting machine, you can do and you've got those ink pads, you can do exactly what Toni's done here. If you go for the magazine, which we are almost full in terms of our leaderboard. We can't show it you here in the studio, not easily anyway. It tends to go off the screen in terms of how many people have placed their order. But let's get some shout-outs. You've taken the time. Let's give you some time. Bernadette, Julie, Mary, Rita in Shropshire, Paula in West Yorkshire, Gillian in Felixstowe, Glynis in South Yorkshire, Gwendolyn in Kent. Thank you all very, very much for placing your orders. In actual fact, at this juncture, because it is Toni's first time with us here on Hobbymaker, I said, wish it happened a couple of years ago, but she's here now. Let's read out some more messages.
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at messages. Got no else to sell?
No, that's it. Almost now, aren't we? All right, this is from Julia from County Durham. Hi, Toni. Long-time fan of your amazing products. Great to see your lovely face back on our TV. Your products are second to none and a great price.
Oh, Julia, have I aged?
No. Come on, guys.
Come on,
no.
you're supposed to say no.
No, not at all. Thank you, Julia. Oh, here's another one from, what we believe, yes, it is from someone who's very much part of the Hobbymaker family. It's our very own Sandra Rushton. Hi, Tony. Love to see you here from Sandra. Thank you very much, Sandra.
Part of the team now, Sandra. You'll have to look after me.
Yeah. That green room will be a place to avoid or spend time in, depending on your point of view. So that's YS0T92 if you want to add the magazine into your basket. Have we got any more messages come through, Laura? There's just so many.
Shall I just go back to that original flower collection from the first?
I think we should.
Just show
Let's do that.
Very quickly, because I just want to just show you, you know, when I spoke to you about the stencil, let's make a quick card with this in the back.
You get the flowers already printed onto the cardstock. Tony used the dies, and what was left behind, in most cases, would be waste. But she's going to use it here as a stencil, which again highlights the value for money. Details on the screen. There are two different kits available. You've got either the chrysanthemum or you've got the southern magnolia. We've got details on the screen for the chrysanthemum. And if that wasn't enough, if you go for the chrysanthemum or you go for the southern magnolia, courtesy of Tony, she's going to include a free gift. She's going to include a block of the Carter watercolour cardstock that we were talking about 10 minutes ago. All right, so £37.99 is your price for the entire bundle. You've got all your paper, you've got all those dies as well, which Tony has in her hand. But yes, I think we should jump into a demo.
Super duper quick. So I just want to show you that if you are just going to stencil the background and you have got your banners, pop obviously everything out here. But if you have the banners and you cut one in black and then one in white, if you do a little mini drop shadow, guys, that sometimes can look quite cool. So if you sort of like just drop shadow it like so when you come to put it on your card, it looks, and just fluff them up a little bit because obviously pop out your pieces. But if I stencil this now in random places, let's just use some of the colour that's already on here. You know, because you might as well.
Do you know, I don't think I've really seen this done before. I heard it mentioned, but actually to utilise what in most cases would be waste, you've got yourself like a free stencil, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to last the test of time, I guess. But listen, we're crafters and we're tight, and we like to get the most out of our craft, don't we? So I'm just using the excess ink that is left on my blending tools here. I wouldn't bother even taping them down, to be honest. Look, so you get a lovely mini star background or whatever you wanted to do, and you can then maybe overlay a little bit. So you've got a blue one and then maybe a... Oh, that's all right. I'm quite chuffed with that. I haven't even thought about it either. Look how cool that looks. Do you have those crafty moments at home when you craft? You're like, oh, I'm chuffed with that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's all right, isn't it? So you get your background. And then, of course, if you just wanted to keep it clean and simple, because some people are clean and simple card makers. One thing on a card is enough for those clean and simple card makers. And then you stamped a sentiment and you popped it in the centre there. That is a nice card, guys. Good. Come on. But equally, let's just pop that on there like so. And then... here's all of our pre-cut die-cut pieces, and we've got the blue and the orange. So let's go orange because we've got the orange ones cut. So if you didn't watch the show, I do encourage you to go back to the beginning of the show where I show you how the concept, this concept works, because it is super cool. But you get obviously the shading on the two parts, and you can build it as big or as small as you like, and you can just offset them. And you can put your lovely jewels in the centre too. But the plates sit onto the cardstock, you run it through the machine and you end up with the 4 large petals, the 3 minis and the 3 leaves.
Just a quick interrupt there. So, sorry, Tony. So very quickly, how do you watch us back? You can do it via the website. Every show after it's finished, give it a couple of minutes, you can almost watch it immediately, and that goes back over 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks, you can watch each show. Here's an example. So you can see that's everything that's been on. Do you want to go back to yesterday? That's everything there. However, if you want to go back further, if you go to our YouTube channel, so if you go into YouTube, search out Hobbymaker, find our channel, you'll see Hobbymaker comes up, click on videos, every single show we've ever broadcast is there for you to watch, and it's all been segmented as well. I don't know if it goes all the way back, but it's all been segmented into hours. So let's say in 2 months' time, you want to go back and see Tony's first show here in Hobbymaker, then you can go back to today's date, you can go on the menu or say, right, 3 o'clock show, 4 o'clock show, you can go back and watch in its entirety. So that's the way, if you think, what did Tony say on that show 3-4 months ago? You can go back and watch it all.
Good job, we don't tell fibs.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, it's always being recorded. You know something bad happened if a show you want to see isn't there.
Yeah. Yes, I've just also got the lovely embellishment pack as well. So that's the banners which we were speaking about, and this is the foliage adornment. So if you really do want to bulk it out and make it extra special, then you can cut into them and
that's
really
fantastic.
That's literally just the stenciled waste, and then let's just see what black looks like, because we have got a bit of black in the. I think it might be a little bit heavy. I don't know, but it's just too heavy.
Maybe a little bit.
It looked all right there, but then when I looked on screen, it looked too heavy. But you can see when you do your stenciling background, you can coordinate it beautifully with your flowers. But if we just take that one off and we replace it with the lovely Southern Magnolia, because that is a beautiful, beautiful dye.
That's a nice colour.
You can look how different this is going to look when we change up the flower design. Or maybe let's change this one from this as well to the circle.
We'll change the details to the Magnolia kit. It's the same concept, just different flower at the heart of it. There's the details you can see on your screen. It's GY0TS2. And again, that's the same price, $37.99. And that, again, is included. If you treat yourself to that, you get the free gift, courtesy of Tony today, of the Carter watercolour card.
So if you can do portrait or landscape. So it's totally up to you if you want to. And you also get the centres as well, so that comes as a separate die. So if you want to stamp a sentiment onto,
you could put photos in there as well.
Of course you could, yeah.
It's kind of big enough.
I quite like it on. I mean, you play around with it. It's your card.
Well, what Tony's doing here is something that I think that you see a lot of crafting experts do, and that is not commit to the stick. And what that means is simply do a literal dry run. Do a bit of a dry run, cut your pieces out, place it down, go, oh, I like that, take some photos. We've all got access to a camera on our phones now. Take a photo, and before you know it, you could build up like a lookbook of 12 different designs that you like the look of. And then you go, yep, that's the one. That's when you actually break the glue gun out.
Absolutely. And this doesn't coordinate with the orange and the blue, but you do it in your own coordinated theme, and then just sentiment it.
Nice.
I love this is what I love about Craft Andy. There's absolutely no rules, and we all look at things in different ways, and how I want to be creative with one item is not the same that you would want to be creative with it too. And I always say, if your head's down and you're happy,
clap your hands.
Nothing else matters.
No, absolutely. Do you know, I have to say, Tony, because we're coming towards the end of the show, I just have to say, the range that you bought for these 2 hours, fantastic. I mean, the only...
bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. I wish we'd had more time to have a look at the
extraordinary.
See the extraordinary one. But listen, it sold out very, very quickly. Next time. But the range that you bought here, and it's been a real... I don't know, you would have put a lot of thought into this. It's a real opportunity for you to show exactly what you said at the beginning of the show about what Stamps by Me are all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And the new products, guys, are going to be exclusive here to Hobbymaker, so just bear that in mind. But equally, I'm live every Monday at 6 o'clock, and we always touch on the products that we've brought to you here. So not only do you get the demonstrations here, we do demonstrations in my own studio above and beyond. So if you get them home and you think, I saw that lady sell me those lovely items, what do I want to do with them? You can come and check us out on the Monday. Obviously, you can't buy them from me, but you can come and get the inspiration.
That's wonderful. Great news. Wonderful. All right, so listen.
Thank you.
Just a couple of minutes left. So we'll leave you the details. We've mentioned, obviously, when it comes to the floral diet and paper bundle. I wonder, should we leave the details in the magazine? Because I think, unless it has sold out, we don't have much left. 70% of the restock has gone. So I think we'll leave you the details of that, because I think, as I mentioned before, you can order up until midnight tonight. I think by then the stock will have gone. So that's YS0T92. Remember, you're getting your magazine, you're getting those beautiful papers as well. You're also getting the stamps. The stamps, by the way, they're bigger. They're not to scale. They're bigger than what you see there. That's an A4 sheet. And then you're also getting the stencil and also the die as well, all for £24.99. Tony, we are out of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
a pleasure.
again.
Thank you so much for coming. So, January the 16th.
January the 16th.
Is when you'll be back with us here at Hobbymaker.
I got through it. I got through it.
Well done. That's good. And if we want to find out more about how do we watch, you mentioned about your lives.
So Monday Night Live, How to Craft Network, Monday 6 p.m. I've got a fantastic community that have been with me for a long, long time. Come and be part of the community, and always share your makes with me and with Hobbymaker as well. I am delighted that the channel has the same ethos as me and my family company, and I am so delighted to be with you in 2026 and show you some really cracking stuff.
That's exciting, isn't it? Wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Toni,
guys.
and welcome. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all of your messages. Sorry I didn't have the time to show them all, but I know for Toni